Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
Quiet, we're on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Mauricio Dubon, Ozzy Albies, and Reynaldo Lopez.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You know, sometimes in this game you got to change things up, and you know, a little bit of change can, you know, change the whole vibe and bring, you know, the positive energy. And we are a team that, you know, we got each other's back, so we just do everything as a team. And you know, you see it tonight, it worked. So we got to keep it going.
Ozzy, Boston spoke to the media last night. He was pretty hard on himself, but just about the season he's had. Can you kind of describe the work he's put in? And, you know, obviously he comes with a big hit tonight, but just, kind of what you've seen from him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that always will work and put his work ethic is, special. He always works. He's not gonna, let his, season that he's having put his work on the side where he doesn't stop working. Like he comes in, work out in the gym, go on the field, takes his ground balls, hits PP every day. I mean, he's a guy that, he can turn a switch and become who he normally is. So just a matter of time of keep playing, keep doing good. Like today he came up with a big hit, score extra insurance runs for us tonight. And I mean, he's a special player. He just gotta, he's gonna keep playing and hopefully things turn around for him and he kills it the rest of the season.
It looked like 2024 Lopi, and that's what we were hoping for. I talked about him trending in a good direction, and I mean that was really good. Not only velocity, but the slider was his old slider, so that was really encouraging. That was, like I said before the game, if we get that Lopi in the rotation, that's a huge boost for us. And so that was we got the win and everything. That was the best part of the win for me was what Lopi did, and the offense adding on some runs late was great. Ozzy keeps plugging along, doing his thing, and like I said, the left side's been a lot better this year than previous years. So he's been good from both sides. But we need some wins. We need to turn this around. It's a good start.
Patient and hopeful that a player is going to progress from start to start. But I mean, that was significant improvement here from what we saw Friday to tonight. Now other conditions are different.
Yeah, no, I agree. We saw glimpses of it along the way, right? In some outings, like all these guys, they're all striving for consistency. You probably get tired of me talking about this, but the guys that have missed a lot of time, it's a process to get back to where they were. And Lopi basically didn't pitch last year. So it takes time, and like we said, we love the trends that we were seeing, and then as the pitch count started to climb, he became a feasible option to start again, and then that looked like 2024 to me.
Think about how significant this can be. You get him going in your rotation. Now you can slip Waldrop in your rotation. If we look at the numbers for Holmes, he seems to be a guy who could be good in the bullpen. How big could this be?
Yeah, I think there were some good things on the horizon, even through this tough stretch. You see something. You look down the road, and there's some nice pieces coming back. And then you add Lopi to that, and now you start to dream big again. And think about certainly playing better, but hopefully getting on a roll again at some point. But I think when we start to get these pieces back, and then the arms are certainly going to help. Yeah, I think there's good things ahead.
In this rough patch, seems like everything that could go against you guys.
Yeah.
Cardinals make a couple errors. Dewey makes a catch and the bunt. You got.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're thinking the same thing, really. Kind of been Murphy's Law here for a few weeks. But, look like, tonight maybe it's a sign of the tide turning a little bit. It just seems when things can snowball in this game, one way or the other. And it's certainly snowballed in the wrong direction here recently. But, yeah, some good signs, a lot of good signs tonight.
Winning teams, a lot of winning baseball here in Atlanta. To see him back this year, having the kind of impact he had tonight, that has to be another boost, another encouraging thing for how this team is trending.
Yeah, I mean, I have a great deal of respect for players that have been knocked down in this league and come back. It's really difficult to do. And Ozzy dealt with the injuries the last couple of years, so the performance was down from what it was before that. And here he comes right back. And he's an all-star. He should be, he's going to play in the all-star game probably. But it's a credit to him. It's because that doesn't just happen. I mean, it takes a lot of work and a lot of patience. But it's great to see him playing the way he is.
Chipper Jones during batting practice. Any idea on what those conversations may have been about?
Oh, I'm sure. Just talking about. What's been going through Austin's mind and Chipper trying to get in there and help him. Chipper's good with a lot with the mental approach to hitting. So, and look, I think he's talked to Austin a few different times recently, but it's good to see Austin get the hit and drove in the run there. A lot of times when you're struggling, it's just small victories along the way to get back to where you were, and I think that's one of them right there.
Burn some sage or something, or you
not necessarily, but it did smell nice. Yeah, I knew I smelled something. I wasn't sure what it was, but thanks for letting me know.
You're in Braves country.
State your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come.
There come Parisians they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past.
They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the face line. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have, and the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the St. Louis Cardinals, J.J. Weatherholt. 12 home runs, 34 RBI, a .259 average. Batting second, the designated hitter, Herrera. 10 home runs, 35 RBI, .252 average. Alec Burleson. Batting third, playing first. 13 home runs, batting .275. Jordan Walker. Batting cleanup, playing right field for the St. Louis Cardinals. 18 home runs, a .288 average. Lars Nootbaar batting fifth, playing left. 2 home runs, batting .293. Mason Wynn batting sixth at short. 3 home runs, batting .242 on the year, 32 ribbies. Nathan Church batting seventh, center fielder. 6 home runs, .255 on the season. Blaze Jordan, batting eighth and playing third. 1 home run, a .222 clip. Crooks is behind the plate, batting ninth. 8 for 53 on the year with 1 home run, a .151 clip. On the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals, it's Dustin May. Sideshow Bob is 5-6 with a 4.3 ERA and a 1.2 whip, 83 innings, 77 strikeouts, 22 walks, 7 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Hurston Waldrop. Waldrop getting his first start, has thrown 2 innings so far this year and has a 3.00 whip. 2 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. No home run served. Backing up Hurston in the bottom of the first inning, leading off behind the plate, it's Drake Baldwin. .14 home runs, 39 RBI, batting .255. Ozzie Albies batting second, playing second. 13 home runs, 48 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .276. Matt Olson batting third, playing first. 20 home runs, a .272 average. Patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, there's only one Michael Harris. 14 home runs, 44 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .293. And Mauricio Dubon is in left field, batting fifth. 8 home runs, 44 RBI, .265 clip. Dominic Smith is the designated hitter, the dominator. 6 home runs with a .279 average. Austin Riley batting seventh and at third, a .207 average, 8 home runs. The Yaz is batting eighth and in right, .221 on the year with 4 home runs, 19 RBI. And Jim Jarvis was recalled. He's 1 for 5 on the year. He's starting at shortstop. Expect him to get some starts against the right-handed pitching, and Mateo to start getting the starts against the lefties. Kim is becoming a bench player at best. They DFA'd Rowdy Tellez to make room for Jarvis on the roster. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight, Alan Porter. Your first base umpire, Alex McKay. Second base will be manned by Roberto Ortiz. And down the third base line, it's Jim Wolf. Game time temperatures at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, 93 degrees, 5 miles an hour. The wind is blowing out to right field. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 112 on the money line. Cardinals plus 104. The over-under is 9. Our pick to click tonight. Some of your Braves have seen May. None of them have really got great numbers except for the Yaz. Mike Yastrzemski is 7 for 14 lifetime. And though he's bound to only get a few at-bats, we're going to take the Yaz to click. Give me Atlanta to send Sideshow Bob packing and win the series 7-3.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please. We're going to rattle through them real quick as we're coming up on first pitch. We want to make sure you got to hear those interviews today. Good to see you, Rosemary, Mark, James Fisher, Bobby B, Nathaniel Brooks. Everybody loves Raymond. I think I saw Uncle Charlie in here. Tree Nug, Scotty B and Bobby B in the house tonight. Raymond. Rosemary, hopefully you figured out your audio. We're not having any issues on this end, so it's got to be user error. Sometimes it's just YouTube. You have to go in and out. Other than that, get your finger out of your ear. James Ray, good to see you. Roger Frazier. Who else do we have in here as I scroll through? Might miss a few because we're speeding up here. Susan Gray. James Ray, and I think I saw James Fisher King. Jeff, Matt, Joseph. Looks like the gang's all here. I'm going to test the 3D. It's showing it, but sometimes it's a false alarm. Yeah, it's a false alarm. So we'll wait for it to kick in. As soon as it does, we will lift the curtain. Braves are wearing their home whites with Braves across the chest and red outlined in navy, tomahawk underneath. The same, striped in gold. Same with the numbers on the back and the names in navy. The piping, the same, red outlined in navy. Navy ball cap, red bill, and the white A representing the city of Atlanta since 1871. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta, Georgia. The oldest continuous franchise in North American sports. We welcoming you in here on a July 2nd, Thursday evening. Appreciate everybody spending your Thursday evening here in Braves country. Our 6th season. Let me try the 3D again, see if it kicks in. Looks like we are ready to roll. Hurston Waldrop comes set. And the first pitch on the way. Yes, sir. It is baseball time in Braves country. And the first pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Kicks and grips. Swing chopper over to second and over and under the glove of Ozzie Albies. Ozzie could not make the play. I've taken another look at that. I think it hopped over his glove, but it might have went under. Hard hit ball that chopped through the infield. It's under his glove. He went to his left and just couldn't get there in time. So a leadoff single for the St. Louis Cardinals, the Redbirds. One on and nobody out. And Von Herrera, dangerous power hitting right-hander. The designated hitter takes the first pitch down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Herrera steps out of the box. Brings it. High and inside curveball. 1-1. What you'll get from Hurston Waldrop tonight is a 5-pitch mix. It'll be a sinker and a splitter. Those two will come in at 67% of the time. The cutter at 13%, slider at 11%, and the curve at 9%. The 1-1 pitch swing lifts it. Back out of play over the third base dugout, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 count, brings it inside and hits him. So that'll put runners on first and second and nobody out. Could be some butterflies there for Waldrop. He's got to get it under control. He had the count in his favor and could not. That was one of those curves that didn't curve. The Braves outfield, left to right. Across the outfield will be Dubon in left and Harris and Yaz. Around the horn, third to first. Riley at third. JJ, Jim Jarvis at short. Ozzie second, Olsen at first. It's the cutter right there at the knees. Called for a strike to Alec Burleson. It's 0-1. Drake is behind the plate and Waldrop Gumdrop is on the bump. The 0-1. Upstairs for a ball on the outer edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and grips. Swing chopper to first. Olsen's got one play. He'll jog to first base and tag it up. And there's one down, but runners at second and third with only one away. And the power hitting Jordan Walker coming to the plate. Don't really have the option to pitch around him because you got Lars Nootbaar looming on deck, so he'll just try to limit the damage. Could use a pop-up or a strikeout here. Righty, first pitch swinging. Whistles the cutter straight to the backstop. It's 0-1. Got to be careful there. He was on that one. Just mislining it up. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing blasted. And back at the track at the wall. Making the leaping attempt is Dubon, but Jordan Walker just clocked a 3-run shot, and the Braves trail 3-0. Just got it over the wall. How far did it fly? 396 feet. Braves trail 3-0. So back to work here. First pitch swinging by Nootbaar. He'll chop it over to Ozzie. Ozzie will flip it to first. 4-3 on the putout, 2 down. I mean, he just got, they've shown that replay a few times. It was in the very first row, and it hit the top of the wall in the front row and then bounced backwards. Dubon was just a little taller. He's going to rob that. Sinker right there for a strike to start the at-bat versus the right-handed bat of Mason Wynn. It's 0-1. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. Braves trail 3-0. That's the bad news. The good news is we got a long way to go in this one to climb back in. The 1-1 from Waldrop. Swing hammered into left field, and that's through for a base hit. So a 2-out single here for the Cardinals. Wynn will stop at first. You go back to that at bat against Herrera where the ball hit him. He had 2 strikes on him. If he can get that out, this is probably a much different inning, but the nerves are probably working extra overtime for Waldrop right now. He'll flip it to first real quick to keep Wynn over at first base. Mason Wynn, who has 7 stolen bases on the year. Sinker right there to Church is off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Sinker down below the knees. 2-0. The 2-0 count. Waldrop brings it. Cutter right down Main Street, 2-1. Braves trail 3-0. Top of the first, just getting going here in Atlanta. Warm night, so the ball will probably be flying. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chopper down the first base line, and that'll even it up at 2-2. The 2-2. Swing. Lifted into center field, and underneath it is Michael Harris II, and that'll end the inning, but not before St. Louis Cardinals put 3 on the board. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves country, grabbing the sticks when we return.
How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
Good evening, everybody. Speaking on behalf of Guns for Everybody. Now, question. What was the first thing that the communists done when they took over in Russia? Answer, gun control. And there's a lot of people in this country who want to do the same thing to us here in a kind of conspiracy, see. Now, I want to talk about another thing that's on everybody's mind today, and that's your stick-ups and your skyjackers, which, if that was up to me, I could end the skyjackers tomorrow.
You could?
All you got to do is arm all your passengers. He ain't going to dare to pull out no rod. And then your airlines, then they wouldn't have to search the passengers on the ground no more. They just pass out the pistols at the beginning of the trip, and they pick them up again at the end. Case closed.
Hormones. Anyway, did you know that humans are the only creatures with a chin? Fact.
Although Boston had introduced some promising young stars in the early 60s, the fans were not pouring into Fenway.
First 6 years here with the Red Sox, we finished last and next to last. We only drew 600,000 people a year.
Attendance in 65 was the lowest in 20 years, and it didn't get much better when Boston endured its 8th straight losing season 1 year later.
The old sofa at Grandma's house, that people would gladly have tossed it out. That's the climate in which the 67 Red Sox began their season.
But that season would evolve into the impossible dream come true at Fenway, starting with a bold prediction from rookie skipper Dick Williams.
I honestly think we'll win more ball games than we lose.
Carl Yastrzemski got caught up in the wave of optimism and proceeded to have one of the greatest seasons any player's ever had.
It seemed that season as if Carl was up to bat every single time you needed something to happen.
Holy cow, did he pop that ball out of here!
I like your lip gloss. Thank you. It's taco grease.
Drake Baldwin will lead us off here in the bottom of the first inning. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch is a four-seamer. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Drake May misses outside wide, ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves trail 3-0. A 3-run home run by Jordan Walker, the difference in the game right now. Dustin May, what you'll get is a 6-pitch mix is the 2-0 pitch. Upstairs, missed the zone, got the call. Alan Porter is your home plate umpire, so buckle up for that nonsense. The 2-1 count. 26% of the time, Dustin May brings the four-seamer, 22% the cutter. The 2-1. Sideshow kicks and fires, swing and a miss upstairs, cutter. 2-2. Sweeper 20% of the time, the sinker 18, changeup 7, and the curveball 7. So he is a true kitchen sink pitcher. Doesn't throw any pitch over 30%. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it into center field. Get down. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. Not a hard hit ball, but hit them where they ain't, Drake. Let's rock and roll on a Thursday night.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Left to right across the outfield for the Cardinals. It'll be Newtbar, Church, and Walker around the horn, third to first. Jordan Wynn, J.J. Weatherholt, and Burleson. Crooks is behind the plate again, and May is on the bump. Ozzie Albies, man of the hour last night. First pitch swinging. Whistles the fastball on the outer edge. Right by him, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside. Sweeper misses. 1-1. Ozzie Albies banged .276 on the year. 13 home runs. Drake at first, infield back and to the right. Olsen stands on deck. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, chased a wild one in the dirt. 1-2. Doubleheader again for you tomorrow, and we've got one on Monday too if you missed it. We got Cubs and Cardinals tomorrow. 2:20 first pitch. Braves and Mets will follow as the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-2. Tomorrow our Fridays in Wrigley series. So a 2:20 first pitch. Braves and Mets 7:15. Then on Monday, Phillies are wrapping up a 3-game series, a day game in Kansas City. The 2-2 down and in. 3-2. Braves with a wraparound series with the Mets. We'll finish off that doubleheader on Monday night. 7:15. And remember, a strange start on Sunday, July 5th. 12:30 is the first pitch. The payoff pitch. Down below the knees, ball 4. So we've got runners on first and second. We've got nobody out.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz.
And here comes Matt Olson.
I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Olsen batting .272 on the year with 20 home runs. Righty-lefty, first pitch. Bangs the curveball towards the Braves' first base dugout. The area they call home, it's 0-1. The 0-1. May comes set, bringing it. Cutter up high, 94 miles an hour. 1-1. Michael Harris, the second, is on deck. You saw that chant last night. It's been making the rounds around national news and sports news about the English fans chanting there's only one Michael Harris is the 1-1 pitch below the knees. 2-1. Did some research because everything that I asked, and no one brought it up in any of these broadcasts, but I did some research to find out what that was about. I thought I had heard one of the guys say there's a Michael Harris in England, but no one brought it up. And when you Google it, they don't know that because he's not on the national team. But the story goes, the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 97 miles an hour, sideshow, kicking and firing. It's 2-2. There is a Michael Harris that plays soccer he's from the UK. He's currently playing in Ireland, but he has played with England as the 2-2. Outside wide 3-2. So when they saw Michael Harris II on the back of that jersey, they were doing it in fun, saying there's only one Michael Harris, referring to the guy that plays soccer. But when he made the catch out there in center field, they gave him a standing ovation. So I thought the whole thing was pretty cool. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Will load the bases. And a couple of really good at-bats here to get us going on a Thursday night.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Michael Harris II.
Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Digging in. Ducks all over the pond. Righty-lefty. The first pitch, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. We'll take some free runs if he wants to walk folks around. Dubon standing on deck. The infield is back and to the right. They'll give up the run at home if they can get one, and they're hoping for 2. The outfield is deep and straight away. 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss at the sweeper over the top. It's 1-1. On deck is Dubon. In the hole is Dominic Smith. And I'll tell you what, with the way the Yaz is swinging the bat against Dustin May lifetime, I am just shocked they didn't put him up higher in the order. He's 7 for 14 lifetime against him. The 1-1. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. How do you not put him above Riley? And I honestly would put him above Dominic Smith. I don't think I'd put him above Dubon because then you're putting lefty, 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 and they go to the pen. You put yourself in a hole. The 2-1 count. Swing. Smacks it back foul over the third base dugout into the upper deck. A couple of fans up there getting a souvenir. So a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Base is juiced. A single here would score 2. With Ozzie at second. Good speed. The 2-2 pitch. Caught looking strike 3. Got to swing the bat, Harris. One away. Got to swing the bat. Too many backward Ks with this team. You got to shorten up that swing with 2 strikes, especially with the bases loaded. So a bad job there by Michael. Hopefully Dubon can clean it up. Righty-righty. Got to at least get the run from third home on that at bat. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Now a double play can get them out of the jam. The infield is back and to the left. Big hole on the right side. If Dubon punches a bunt down, again. He's probably going to beat it out because the first baseman, Burleson, is about halfway to first. The 1-0 upstairs for a strike, 1-1. If he just pushes it down that first base line, we're talking about pay dirt. And like I said, everybody's probably going to be safe. It would take a really good play for May or anybody else to make that play at first. The 1-1 count, swing, open stance, chops it down the third base line, pulling well off the ball. It's 1-2. One-two count. Phillies already lost today, by the way. They dropped the day game to the Pirates 6-1. 1-2 pitch. Swing, rips it into center field, and that's down for a base hit. Ozzie got a late jump, so he'll have to stop, and we'll go station to station. But Mauricio Dubon ripping and gripping with men in scoring position.
Pardon me, would you have any...
But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
Bases will stay loaded. Ozzie had to stop for a second. He wasn't sure if that shift at the shortstop was going to grab that. You're going to get a mound visit from Dusty Blake, the pitching coach from the St. Louis Cardinals. So a single now would tie this game up. A fly ball from Dominic Smith would make it a one-run game. Alan Porter going out there to break up the powwow. And here we go. Righty-lefty matchup. Bases loaded. One out. Dominic's got to make sure to get that ball lifted in the air. The first pitch on the way. It's a sweeper on the outer edge. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Same pitch that caught Harris looking. You could understand taking that when you don't have any strikes on you. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and in. Cutter misses. 1-1. Austin Riley on deck. The Yaz is in the hole. Jarvis. They kept the line moving. The 1-1 pitch. Cutter pinches the inside. 1-2. Dominic didn't like it, but it did look like it hit the zone. He's going to call a quick timeout with 2 strikes and 1 out. Once again, just got to swing the bat and lift that ball to the outfield. Ozzie should score from third. Olsen at second. Dubon is at first. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, rips it up the middle. That ball's going to ricochet off the leg of Sideshow Bob, and that ball's going to get into right field. 1 run will score. It's 3-2. 2 runs will score. It's 3-3. Dubon flying around. 3 runs will score. The bases are cleared, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. Dustin May is down.
Step up. Make us believe again.
Doesn't look good for Dustin May. You hope he's not hurt. Not just because the Braves are slapping him around, but also this guy's had a lot of injuries in his career. That's a bad luck injury right there. The ball came right back. I'm trying to see where it hit him. I think it got him in the heel. At first I thought he got him in the, could have been the ankle. his foot kicked around. It definitely hit off the bottom of his leg, and I think it got him in the ankle, his right ankle. So his push leg, and the trainers are looking at him. I'd be shocked if he stays in the game. I know he wants to. Kid has had so many injuries. He was once a Los Angeles Dodgers and one of the top prospects in the organization. Injuries have derailed his career. He's finally getting some starts on a team in the St. Louis Cardinals that appear to be fighting towards October all year long. He's trying to put some weight on it right now. Austin Riley will be your batter. Dominic Smith is at second base. The Braves have taken a one-run lead. It's 4-3. And there's still just one out here in the first. So we wait to see if they let him. He's still limping a little bit. I just don't know how you send that guy back out. There's a couple of guys starting to stretch in the St. Louis bullpen. One of them's Grassifo, and I couldn't make out the other guy's name as he is bent down with his number blocked. A friend of mine, she is obsessed with Dustin May, man. I haven't seen her talk about him in a couple of weeks, but every time I'm on social media, I see her talking about Dustin May. She's been following him since he was in L.A. And though she's a Braves fan, it's funny, she's been a huge Dustin May fan. He's trying to put some pressure and throw a couple of warm-up pitches. He says he's okay, I believe. They'll still give him some warm-up tosses. The big question will be, even if he does stay in the game, can he go back out for the next inning? Because you never know if some swelling is going to come in. Marmol, the St. Louis manager, is talking to him. It appears like he's going to try to give it a go. They're still giving him a few more warm-up tosses. It's going to be hard for St. Louis to figure out if the injuries affect him, because he hasn't had his best stuff this inning. Doesn't appear he wears anything on those ankles, so that ball hit him clean. We continue to wait to see if they're going to keep. Looks like they're going to try to keep him in. I get it. He wants to stay in. I'm just a little surprised because he took that thing flush right on the bone of the right foot. So his push leg. And Austin Riley's going to be the batter. Time is being called out here for some reason. I think it's because someone's got to close that back gate. They opened it up assuming that he was going to need assistance off the field. Yep, that's what it is. They probably told him, go ahead and face Riley because he's not going to hit anything anyways, and just see how you feel. Righty matchup. Austin Riley at the plate. Dominic Smith at second. One out. First pitch swinging. Chops it over towards third. It's going to be a 5-3 attempt. Wild throw, but a good job by Burleson to keep the ball in play. And it's going to be an infield single for Austin Riley. I was sitting here thinking right before he swung, man, the way he's limping around. I know it seems cruel, but how do you not drop a bunt down there to test him? Yaz coming to the plate. I don't know what kind of bunt skills Jarvis has, but if they load the bases here, how do you not, or Jarvis comes up at all, how do you not test a good old-fashioned bunt here? First pitch swinging by the Yaz is lifted high and deep, going back on the track, and it'll be a deep fly ball out, F8 in your scorecard, but the Atlanta Braves have taken a 2-run lead. It's 5-3. Deep enough to get Dominic Smith home.
Hold back anything. Yabba, dabba, do.
In the month of July, this offense is clicking and ripping. 5-3 your score. Mays still looks like he's in a lot of pain. I just don't know. I'd be shocked if he comes out for the second inning. So runner at first, 2 outs. The first pitch to Jarvis, swats a four-seamer. Foul down and away. It's 0-1. So the number 9 hitter has reached the plate here in the first inning. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing, rips it, and that's a bouncer through the hole, and the Atlanta Braves are going to have runners on the course. Looks like Riley was on the move on that pitch. He was thinking about stealing, and it's going to be a chopper through the infield. Hit them where they ain't, and your Atlanta Braves have runners on the corners. And 2 outs with the Drake coming back to the top of the order. Jim Jarvis, JJ.
Not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory
Gets
G
a base
with G
hit.
gravity, of course, remains a constant.
He was 1 for 5 on the season. I think that's Marmol coming out. I think they're going to come get Dustin May. Yeah, that's going to be it for him. Marmol's going to come out and get him. Either that or he's going to talk to him and see how he feels. It looks like, yep, the bullpen door's open. Looks like we got the lefty coming in. We'll be back in a flash, leading 5-3. Welcome back. The left-hander, Justin Brule, is going to come on. Congrats-a-Foe is still warming up back there, but looks like Brule will come on for the Cardinals. It'll be a bullpen game the rest of the way. Lefty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way, down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, chops it down the first base line, 1-1. One count. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Drake May, who singled to center his first time up. Wasn't a hard hit ball, but he lifted it out there to get us going. The 1-1 pitch swing. Dribbles it over to second, backhanded. That should be an easy out. It is 4-3 in your scorecard. But not before your Atlanta Braves put a total of 5 runs on the board. 5-3, good guys. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves country. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. Braves 5, Cardinals 3. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the St. Louis Cardinals. Good to see everybody chiming in. Now we got Hurston Waldrop a lead. See if the Butterflies will have calmed down for him. Blaze Jordan leads us off here. Righty-righty matchup. Hurston Waldrop going back to work. The first pitch, swing and a miss at the sinker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Swing. Chopper over to short. Jarvis has it. Good throw over to Matt Olson, and it's a 6-3 put out. 1 down. Jimmy Crooks, the backstop for the St. Louis Cardinals, coming to the plate. 1 home run on the year, 7 RBI. A 151 average through 19 games. First pitch swinging here, and it's a cutter. Chopped off his, looked like it might have got a piece of his foot. It's 0-1. If you're just joining us, Waldrop gave up a 3-run blast to Jordan Walker to give the Cardinals the 3-0 lead. The Braves answered back with 5 of their own. Is the 0-1 down and in? 1-1. Ball did not leave the yard, but they put 5 hits on him, 5 runs, and in the middle of it, Dustin May got smoked in the ankle by a comebacker. It's a 1-1 swing and a miss off the plate, 1-2. And he eventually left the game after trying to gut it out. So you don't know if he's headed to the IL or if they just didn't want to see him throw any more pitches. The 1-2 pitch, high and out of the zone, 2-2. He threw 34 pitches in that inning, along with the injury. Sure, it had a lot to do with it. And you're sitting there only down by 2. You don't want to give up on the game yet if you're Carlos Marmol. The 2-2 pitch. Swing Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball in the dirt, Wynn efficient, and there's 2 down. First strikeout on the night for Hurston Waldrop. 27 pitches in. There's a debate on how long he could go tonight. His over-under out in the desert was 3.5. A lot of that had to do with not knowing if he could go 5. As the first pitch to Weatherholt is a splitter right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. I think you're going to see him around the 75 pitch range, assuming that he's effective. The 0-1 pitch, swing, hard hit ball over to first. Olson's got it. He will hand it to Waldrop, stepping on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So the Cardinals go down 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCRadio Network. Good guys leading by 2.
If you're gonna move to Florida from like some state like New York, at least have the like manners to live down here. You like common courtesy, like say thank you, say please.
Hey, Dad, what is it like being married?
Not right now. I'm busy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, wait, don't go away.
What? What do you mean? You just told me to leave.
No, don't ignore me. Now apologize.
Apologize for what?
Now you know what it's like to be married.
You know what I found out at the Franklin Institute?
You went to the Franklin Institute?
I did. 25 pounds of pressure if someone is attacking you, and you can rip their ear off. They said it's the same amount of pressure to open up a pickle jar.
But I don't know. But when did you go? First of all, when did you go to the Franklin Institute?
What's today?
Monday.
Yesterday.
After 86, we kind of took a turn in the wrong direction. I can't tell you why.
I'm getting at the stage of my career where I don't have that much longer to play. And
how many more years?
Well, you know, who knows?
He was not going to be satisfied with the team not competing, nor should he have been.
1987, they put him on a pitch count. 100 pitches, you're out of the game. Pitching great, I don't care. 100 pitches, you're out of the game.
I remember Nolan angrily laughing at pitch count. What are you talking about, 100 pitches?
When I started the game, my intent was to finish the game, and I really wasn't interested in turning it over to the bullpen.
He took it as a personal insult if he didn't finish a game. Today, it's a miracle if a pitcher throws 9 innings. Nolan, anything like a pitch count was ridiculous.
It was just a crazy year. I was 8-16, but led the league in ERA and strikeouts.
Only more miserable than his record was life in the dugout with Nolan during those days. He was tough to be around because he was demanding that the offense get something done.
Welcome back. Ozzie Albies will take the first pitch. Sinker off the down and away in the corner. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The left-hander Brule will stay in to face the heart of the Atlanta Braves order. The changeup misses outside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, rolls it towards short. That's going to be a quick 6-3, and there's 1 down. One up, 1 down. And Matt Olson start us off on a lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is a sinker inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Drifts the sweeper inside. Just kisses the black in the inner edge. 1-1. One count. Down and away. Sweeper misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Braves 5, Cardinals 3. Bottom of the second inning. The 2-1 to Matty. Just out of the zone. 3-1. 3-1 count. Swing, whistles it to the backstop. 3-2. Might have chased one a touch out of the zone, but it was pretty close. Been several days since he's gone yard. He's probably chomping at the bit to really rack one. The payoff pitch to Olsen. Brings it. Swing, pop up. Got underneath that one, and it's going to be an F7 out there. Making the catch is Lars Nootbaar, the left fielder, 2 down. Two down, and Michael Harris, the second, coming to the plate. First pitch, kicks and grips. Fouls the cutter. Down the line, it's 0-1. Lefty, lefty, 2 outs. Brule, this will be pitch number 14 on the day. Swing, chops it off his foot. Rolls out in front of the plate. 0-2. Braves welcome in the New York Mets for 4th of July weekend. Doubleheader tomorrow, and then remember the weird start time on Sunday, and it's a wraparound series, so there is a game on Monday night. And then we head to Pittsburgh and St. Louis. We'll see these Cardinals again right before the All-Star break. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifts it high into left field, and making the easy catch out there is Nootbaar for out number 3. Braves go down quietly in the second. We go to the third. 5-3 your score here in Braves country. On this date, 1903, Ed Delahanty, who once hit 4 home runs in one game, goes over a Niagara Falls Railroad bridge and drowns. The circumstance of the Senator outfielder's death will remain a mystery, but rumors persist. He was kicked off a train by a conductor for being drunk and unruly. On this date in 1962, Johnny Padres ties a major league record, striking out 8 consecutive batters in Los Angeles' 5-1 victory over Philadelphia. The 29-year-old southpaw streak began with the 3rd out in the top of the 4th frame and ends after the 1st out in the 7th inning at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. And on this date, 1986, the Toronto Blue Jays score 3 runs in the 8th inning to beat the Boston Red Sox and Roger Clemens 4-2. The loss prevents the Rocket from getting a record-tying 15th consecutive winning decision. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. It's a wild story back in 1903, the Ed Delahanty, ex-major leaguer who went over to Niagara Falls, over the railroad bridge. And, I mean, to me, the wildest part of it is people believe that it was the train conductor that threw him off the bridge when he was drunk, which is, that's cold-blooded murder. Righty-righty matchup to start off the inning. Herrera, the batter. First pitch is a sinker upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Curveball down and away, 1-1. Not everything in baseball history is popcorns and peanuts. 1-1 count. Brings it. Sinker right there at the knees, 1-2. Waldrop coughed up a 3-run home run back in the first inning, but looked pretty good in the second. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one away. Strikeout number 2 for Waldrop Gumdrop. I mean, if y'all remember last year, those of y'all who were with us, I know some people bailed because we were atrocious to watch, but some of us are a glutton for punishment. But Hurston Waldrop was money last couple of months of the year. The first pitch is a swing and a miss over the curveball. It's 0-1. They do continue to work out Schwellenbach and Ronald Acuna Jr. as the 0-1. Down and in 1-1. I expect Acuna to be ready to roll, if not immediately, somewhere right after the All-Star break. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, cutter. 91 up top. 1-2. He's got that cutter and curve working back and forth. It's about a 10 to 15 mile an hour difference depending. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, curveball, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Strikeout number 3 for Gumdrop. But you get Waldrop out here giving you some good innings, and then Schwellenbach expected to come back late August, early September. You just really got to find something on the trade market that you want to bring in as the first pitch. Jordan Walker is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. They checked down the line, but he did not go around. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Hard hit ball on the ground over to third, but right at Riley. He'll flip it to Olsen, and that'll be another 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash going to the 3rd inning here in Braves country.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I'd say I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay.
What's shaking? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking up things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. Mauricio Dubon leads us off. The first pitch is a sweeper down and in. Dubon has to step out of the way. It's 1-0. They're going to leave Brule out there because Dominic Smith is on deck. And is the 1-0 pitch. Swing pops it up. Foul over the first base dugout, well into the crowd, 1-1. So you got Smith after Dubon. 2 of the next 3 batters are right-handed, but 3 of the next 5 are left-handed. This is the 1-1 outside wide. Called for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 count. Braves lead it 5-3. Mauricio trying to work his way aboard. The pitch, swing and a miss. Chased a bad one off the plate. Change up. 1 away. Phillies did drop a game today. So good news on that front. And it's a strange schedule. I was looking at it because I was just kind of playing out in my head, well, if we win, and where does that take us to tomorrow, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the first pitch inside to Dominic Smith. There for a ball, it's 1-0. If we win this game tonight, we'll be 3.5 in front of Philly and 6.5 in front of Miami. If we don't hold this, it'll be 2.5 and 5.5. This is a 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. Philly doesn't play tomorrow. They have a 3-game series with Kansas City, and for whatever reason, I don't know. I wonder if it's got anything to do with the soccer, because I do know that they are hosting some games in the World Cup. 1-1 pitch swing, chops it over towards first. Scoop underhanded, and Smith busts him down the line, but he'll be out by about a step, 2 down. Dominic Smith, slow running batsman, but he does hustle. But they have a day off tomorrow, and then they're going to play Saturday, Sunday, Monday at Kansas City. So if we win this and win tomorrow, you would wake up Saturday morning 4 up on Philly before they play another game. First pitch to Austin Riley is right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Way outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. As far as Spencer Strider's concerned, I'm not even putting him in the equation because they're shutting him down as the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. 2-1 count to Riley. 1-for-1 on the day. They're shutting him down for a month and then are going to reevaluate him. That could be good night Irene we'll see in 2027. So I don't even have him in my... He's not even my peripherals if I'm looking at the season as the 2-1, fouls it away 2-2. And he was okay, but I think best case scenario with Spencer Strider, assuming we make the postseason, is have him come out of the pen like he did when he first came up and then try to figure him out in 27, the 2-2. Down and in, 3-2. Full count. We're going to get Christian Scott tomorrow night with Grant Holmes on the bump, is what they're projecting. And then Sale on Saturday and Perez on Sunday, but I don't think that's accurate. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 over the sweeper, and that'll end the inning. So Brule's come in and smoking the Braves. We've gone down in order since he's walked in. We'll go to the top of the 4th, leading 5-3 here in Braves country.
Man, I'm tired of this. Does anybody want to come get me? I'm bored in the house. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm ready to go.
You want to know what my toxic trait is? Thinking I can just run into Tarjay real quick, looking like a swamp rat, thinking I won't run into anybody that I know. Newsflash, I ran into everybody and their mother. I'm even wearing this hat that my bestie got me that says, I put the hot in psychotic. Perfect.
I got my ankles microwaved.
X-rayed.
They took my blood away to use for science.
Cholesterol test.
April had her sinuses removed.
Looked at.
Some guy looked at my wiener, touched it. That was weird.
And that guy wasn't even a doctor.
We didn't score. My outstanding joke was, I get you one today. I get you one. I said, that better hold up, because these other guys, they ain't hitting today.
He had 15 starts where we scored 2 runs or fewer. And another stat that I looked up, in July he was 0-5. We scored 7 runs in 5 games.
The 0-2 pitch. Got it. The Astros have stranded 15 through 7.
Adding insult to injury, the next season in '88, Nolan tangled with mercurial Astros owner John McMullen during contract negotiations.
Mac Mullen was a difficult person to be involved with. John was going to ask Nolan to take a pay cut.
The owner, who I used to refer to on the air as the Ayatollah McMullen, offered him a 20% hometown discount
My dad, he never asked for a raise from 80 to 88. 9 seasons, no raise. Because he wanted that money to go to building a better team. He pulled the family together around the dinner table and said, look guys, we don't know what's out there. We're gonna see. The Yankees called, the Angels called. We had a team in Japan call, and then the Rangers were there. It wasn't really about the money or the quality of the club as much as it was about he wanted to be as close to home as possible.
Welcome back. Lars Nootbaar, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Cutter inside. Go around. He did not. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Down below the knees. Ball 2, 2-1. Lars Nootbaar will be followed by Mason Wynn and Nathan Church. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs. Sinker for a strike. 2-2. Braves 5, Cardinals 3. Both teams mirrored their runs with hits. 5 runs, 5 hits. No errors for Atlanta. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors for St. Louis. The 2-2 pitch. Swing. Chops it off his instep. 2-2. Spaceman, you missed all the magic, baby. Braves bats were hot and heavy in the first inning. Then they took Dustin May out, and we haven't gotten a base runner since. The 2-2 pitch, down and in, splitter. They said he went around strike 3. Hey, we'll take it. 1 away. He'll hit his over out in the desert. That'll be 4 strikeouts for Waldrop. And Mason Wynn coming to the plate. First pitch is a sinker. Kisses the outer edge. Calls it for a strike. It's 0-1. Waldrop, by the way, at 46 pitches. The 0-1. Turns and fires. Swing. Chopper. Deep in the hole. It's short. It's going to take a tough throw by Jarvis. Fires it to first. And it's a 6-3 putout. Now they're going to say he's safe. Olsen looked back at the dugout, and now Weiss is seeing if he does want to challenge it. Right now it's a safe runner, and they do not want to challenge it. It was close. It was a good throw by the youngster out there at short. He had a long throw, and Mason Wynn can fly. It looked like it was the old-fashioned tie goes to the runner. Yep. Just as his foot was hitting the bag, it went into the glove of Olsen. And he was on the outfield grass when he made that throw. That was a good throw. Righty-lefty, first pitch swinging here as Nathan Church punches it foul back behind the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing, chopper. Third base. Riley's got one play, flips it to first, and it'll be a 5-3 putout. 2 down. On the play, Wynn makes it up second base in a scoring position. There are 2 outs. Blaze Jordan will be the batter. Riley would have loved to get the lead runner there, but it was such a slow developing bouncer, there was no chance. Wynn's got very good speed. Blaze Jordan, the batter, the first pitch swinging, rips it over to short, but right at Jarvis. JJ flips it to Holsey, and that'll end the inning. That was pitch number 50 for Waldrop. Gumdrop will go to the bottom of the 4th here in Braves country, leading by 2.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner? Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hutt, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner? I don't care. 1 large jambalaya, please. Jambalaya?
Think he can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the big and small shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then. No and then. No and then. No and then. I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor.
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
Huh, you know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza.
A little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. Mike Yastrzemski, the batter. Lefty-lefty matchup. Justin Brule goes back to work. First pitch, drops a bunt down the third base line. That is a great bunt. And the Yaz is on base. I don't even know why they tried to throw it over to first. There was no chance.
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, go. Yahoo!
First base hit of the night for the Yaz. He's already got an RBI with the sac fly. So that click-clacked. He was our pick to click tonight. The base hit and an RBI. You got to have two for it to be a click, whether it's RBI, run, bases. First pitch to Jim Jarvis is a sweeper floating out there. It's 0-1. Drake Baldwin is on deck. So you wonder how long they'll keep Brule out there. The 0-1 swing. Punches it down the first base line. It's 0-2. He's at 31 pitches. This is his third up down. He came in at the end of the first inning. And he is a typical reliever. He's not a guy that goes out there and pitches a ton of batters when he comes in as the 0-2 fouls it away. And then you got the other factor, the Georgia heat right now. Game started at 93 degrees. But I would think just the way they're doing it, they're trying to get him through this inning. But whether or not they would pull him when Ozzie comes 2 batters from now, that's a different story. The 0-2, Rule kicks and fire swing, chops it off the plate. And it's foul once again. The 0-2 swing, chops it up the middle, and it's going to be a 4-3 put out. Slow developing roller, but they'll get Jarvis by about a step, and there's one away. On the play, Yaz moves up to second base, so it's a productive out with 1 out. Lefty-lefty, Drake Baldwin takes the first pitch down and away. It's 1-0. My screen messed up during the break, so I wasn't able to get your what's for dinners. So we're putting them on the screen now. The 1-0 count. Kicks and fires. Down and away, 2-0. Braves 5, Cardinals 3. Yaz is standing at second base. The 2-0, 3-0. He may be hitting a wall. I mean, he's at 37 pitches. His jersey is soaked, too. He looks like he needs a Mater sandwich right now. The 3-0 to Baldwin. Taken all the way, just grabs the inner edge. 88-mile-an-hour sinker, 3-1. On deck is the right-handed bat of Ozzie Albies. Runner at second. One down. The 3-1. Brule comes set and brings it. Upstairs. Called a strike, and I don't know why Drake has been scared to use a challenge. That ball was 2 to 3 inches out of the damn zone. Challenge it. And it's a bad job by the managers of the Atlanta Braves not addressing this with him. I mean, that is an awful job there. That's what the ABS system's for. And not to mention, Alan Porter's behind the plate. He's terrible. The 3-2 inside, and that'll teach you. You get hit by a pitch, so he'll hit on down to first. I think it just scraped his jersey. Didn't hit him flush. Either way, it was going to be a walk. And runners at first and second, and one out. You've got to challenge those. Marmole's going out there to get the ball. If I'm Weiss, I am looking at Tim Hyer right now, say grab your iPad and go get Baldwin and show him why he should have challenged that pitch. We'll be back in a flash. Bullpen once again. Ryan Fernandez is coming to the bump for the St. Louis Cardinals. Saw him earlier in the series, 10 innings, a 1.74 ERA. And the first pitch to Ozzie Albies is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. Baldwin is standing at first. Yaz is at second. There's one out. Open stance from the left side. The 1-0 pitch. Kicks and fires. High and outside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. For whatever reason, the action camera is not working, so we'll send it back to the batter eye. Just trying to give you all an overhead view. The 2-0 pitch. Fernandez brings it. Swing, line drive right at second base. Second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt, makes the grab. L4, 2 down. 2 down, and that'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. He could break this baby open with one swing. First pitch on the way is swung on by Olson, and it's going to be a pop-up down the right field line, and it's going to be an F9er scorecard, and that'll end the inning. Braves lead at 5-3, but they have not scored since the first inning.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
Toga!
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka.
Toga!
Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, object anyway.
Toga!
October 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th.
Toga!
I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
Toga!
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it. It's yours.
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here. Tonight, this is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
Guys tired?
I'll get all sleep I need when I'm dead. Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here.
Toga!
Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
Toga!
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Okay? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Top of the fifth we go. And Herson Waldrop goes back to work. Set to face Crooks, and then the top of the order for the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch is a sinker well outside the zone. 93 miles an hour. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Sinker just inside, miss, 2-0. Looked like he slipped off the mound a bit. As Waldrop re-kicks the dirt. The 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. 3-0. 3-0 count. Braves lead by 2. Tying run is on deck. The 3-0. Sinker in there for a strike, 3-1. Number 9 hitter, Crooks. Brings it, swing, and that'll get ripped through the infield for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the St. Louis Cardinals here. In the top of the fifth, trailing by 2. J.J. Weatherholt, the batter, he singled to right in the first. Came around to score on the home run by Walker. He grounded out to first base in the second inning. First pitch is a cutter well off the out of the zone. It's 1-0. keeps looking down. I mean, if he needs to get that mound worked on, he needs to go ahead and ask for it. The 1-0. Splitter misses 2-0, nowhere near the zone. Two-0 count. He's only at 57 pitches, but remember, he's coming off the IL. As the 2-0, check swing, did he go around? He did not. And it is 3-0. Youngster working himself into a heap of trouble. Not being able to find the zone here in the fifth inning. The 3-0 pitch. Right down Main Street, taken all the way by Weatherholt, 3-1. Portland and Croatia are tied at 1 in the second half in World Cup play. The 3-1 pitch. Just below the knees. Ball 4. Drake Baldwin wants to challenge this. We'll see. And he got one right. Good job, Drake Baldwin. And it's a full count. See if that pays dividends. Now you'd like to see your pitcher come through after you get him that extra strike. The 3-2 pitch. Swing. Lifted. Into center field. Harris turns around. First broke to his left, then turned around to his right, makes the catch. F8, and there's one away. Yes, it has, lad. I've enjoyed it. USA got hosed on that red card yesterday. They won the game, but unless an appeal comes through, he's going to be, as the first pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. He'll be ineligible to play on Monday night's game, round of 16. They've made it to the Sweet 16, the U.S. The 1-0 pitch. Whoa, inside. Rare a duckster. That would have got him in the noggin. 2-0. The 2-0 count, swing, chops it off his instep. 2-1. Good to see you, Richard. Tampa Bay still leading Kansas City 3-1 in the top of the fourth. Not a ton of games on a Thursday night. Per usual, the Reds got all over Jake Mizorowski. The Miz gave up some damage. Reds beat the Brewers earlier today, 7-2, and the Rockies pounded the Marlins 14-4. The Pirates clubbed the Phillies 6-1. The 2-1 pitch, man, he is just, I don't know if he's running out of gas. That pitch was nowhere near the zone. 3-1. Three-1 count, runner at first, one out. Double play can get you out of this jam. The pitch on the way, throws the splitter, and he's going to chase it. Bangs it on the ground to JJ. JJ flips it to Ozzie, and that is going to complete a 6-4-3 twin killing. Just what the doctor ordered. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth, leading by 2 here in Braves country.
Okay. Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine. I'm an adult.
When I got to Hollywood, my first week, I auditioned for Lou Gehrig, the Babe Ruth story for NBC. And I went out and auditioned for it, and I got it. And the same week, I was offered a minor league contract by the Pirates. So I called my dad straight off the boat from Ireland. Said, Dad, I've got a dilemma. I go, what is it, son? I got a minor league baseball contract. Oh, wonderful. You've always wanted to be a baseball player. How much are they paying you? I'm like, well, it's like $1,700 signing, but you can work your way. Oh, it's not about the money, son. It's about the money. What's the other thing? I'm like, well, I got offered Lou Gehrig in the Babe Ruth story. You've always wanted to be an actor. How much are they paying you? And I said $50,000, and he hung up on me. It was like the greatest advice I had ever gotten. And
don't you ever apologize for being a dum-dum.
You can't help it. You come from a long line of dum-dums. Your mama was dumb. Your daddy was dumb. Your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles. Stupidity runs in your family, baby. It's in your DNA. You just take your dum-dum elsewhere. I don't want no dum-dum rubbing off on me.
My grandmother, we call her Nana Moo. She's like who I want to be in life. She is the most selfless person I've ever known. She's my idol. I love her. She's nurturing and supportive, but also the most competitive person I've ever met. Which is funny when your grandfather's like arguably the best baseball pitcher of all time to say my grandmother's significantly more competitive.
My mom is definitely the most competitive person in our family.
By far.
My mom was a 1965 state doubles tennis champion. It was really good in my dad's career to have somebody at home that didn't give you the like, oh, that's okay, you lost, Nolan. Really, she pushed him to be the best he could be.
After the games, my adrenaline would be going pretty big. I would want to rehash the games with him, and he did not. That was over and done with. Now I can watch a game and enjoy it more because I'm not just dying with every pitch, and it's not like your livelihood depends on what's going on out there.
Welcome back. Michael Harris II, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a four-seamer. Outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing lifted. Deep pop up into right field. It's going to be an F9, and there's one away. Doubleheader tomorrow. We got Cubs and Cardinals at 2 o'clock Eastern, followed by Braves and Mets at 7 o'clock Eastern. Doubleheader heading into the 4th of July weekend. And we'll remind you all day tomorrow, too, but remember that game on Sunday is a 12:30 first pitch. Mauricio Dubon, the batter. First pitch is a four-seamer down and in. It's 1-0. Fernandez back out there for the Cardinals. Brule went 2 2/3. Gave up just one hit and struck out 2, no runs. Four-seamer right there for a strike. It's on 1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider, 1-2. 1-2 count. Fernandez turns and kicks. Swing, slices it towards right field. Diving attempt out there by J.J. Weatherholt, but it's going to fall for a base hit. And maybe that'll get the Braves going here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Not a hard hit ball, but he hit them where they ain't. And Mauricio Dubon.
Pardon me. Would you have any? But of course.
Second hit of the day.
One of life's finer pleasures.
He's 2 for 3 now with the run and an RBI, and that'll bring Dominic Smith to the plate. First pitch to Dominic is a changeup. Right there on the inner cut, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, chopper over to first. It's going to be a 3-6 put out, and Dominic Smith running slowly will get doubled up. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning, leading by 2. 5-3 your score here in Braves country.
Do you have a few moments for me to tell you about this girl that I hate? I hate her. I hate her with every fiber of my being. If you like internet drama, this is for you. I do afternoons in Seattle, and I also am on air in San Francisco doing middays. And the girl in question that I hate, her name is Tori, and she is also in radio. She is on air in Iowa. And homegirl has tattoos and a nose ring and thinks she is wonderful. And she is wrong. She is horrible on air. She sucks, but don't just take my word for it.
I'm Tori with new music. That was My Only Angel by Aerosmith. Up next,
Whole Lotta Rosie by AC/DC is a wild rock anthem. It's about Bon Scott's encounter with a big, bold woman named Rosie. Talk about a legendary backstage story. Rock on.
Tell me about the women at your job that you do not like. She sounds like a robot. Why? Because she's AI. Yeah, she was created by men, for men, and she's not real. They're taking our jobs.
I want dogs to be allowed in more places, and I want children not to be.
I can remember going to Eddie Childs, our owner, and saying, we might have a chance to sign Nolan, but it doesn't appear that he fits in our budget. And Eddie Childs said, you go sign Nolan Ryan, let me worry about where the money's going to come from.
The Texas Rangers have entered into a contract with Nolan Ryan.
There are probably 10 members of the Dallas-Fort Worth media there. Not one of us had a clue. And everybody's kind of looking at each other like, this is great. And then, like in the next breath, it's, wait a minute, how old is Nolan? And now there were no smartphones, so you actually had to go to the books. He's going to be 41. In Houston, they still cuss it. Even today, all these years later, they'll be cussing that one.
He was always such a class guy, but you knew when he went to the Rangers, he wanted to John McMullen.
Hurston Waldrop goes back to work as we begin the top of the 6th inning. First pitch was a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Burleson. Waldrop kicks and fires in the dirt, 1-1. Hurston Waldrop gave it a 3-run home run in the first. Since then, scattered some hits, but hasn't given up a run. And he has struck out 4 as the 1-1 inside, 2-1. Looked a little shaky in the 5th inning. We'll see if he can get through the 6th. The 2-1 count. Hard hit ball over to second, right at Ozzie Albies. The Wiz will flip it over to Olsen, and it's a 4-3 put out, 1 away. One up, 1 down. Doubleheader tomorrow of these Cardinals at the Cubs in Wrigley Field, a part of our Friday afternoons in Wrigley series. Jordan Walker, the batter, he hit the 3-run home run, the only runs on the board so far for the Cardinals. First pitch is upstairs. Misses for a ball, it's 1-0. I was looking at the rest of the year because I was curious how many more Wrigley games we have. We've only got 4 more after tomorrow's the 1-0. Inside, spins him around. Curveball, 2-0. Remember, that's the ball that he couldn't command and hit Herrera that put him on base in the first inning before Walker clocked the ball over the wall. So a 2-0. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the humidity or what, but he's not controlling that ball well at all. The 2-0 to Walker. In the dirt, that time the cutter, 3-0. They need to get someone warming up in that pen. He's at 73 pitches, and he looks like he's out of gas. Remember, he's coming back from injury. He's not fully stretched out yet. The 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, just grabs the strike, 3-1. Probably the stitches hit the zone. The 3-1. They set up on the outer edge. Right there, P at the knees. Good pitch there by Hurston. And it's a full count. You'd love to see him get through the 6th, get him a quality start, but I think more importantly than anything else, as Walker steps out, calling his timeout, we'd like to see him leave on a high note, not just leave him in there. Newt Barr's looming on deck. The payoff pitch, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. Sinker in the dirt, and that'll put the tying run at home plate with Lars Newtbar. He just looks like he is exhausted right now. Weiss is slowly walking to the steps, and yep, here he comes. See who we come. I would think it's got to be either Dylan Dodd or Dylan. No, he's going to bring in. All right, he's going to bring in the righty Kinley to face Nootbaar. Don't go anywhere. It's about to get tricky here in the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back. Herson Waldrop is out of the game. It'll be Tyler Kenley, who hasn't pitched a ton since he's come off the IL, and he's got a tough customer at the plate, Lars Nootbaar, power-hitting left fielder. Runner at first. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way. Swing, chopper. Over to second. Ozzie dishes it to JJ. JJ fires it to Olsen, and it's going to be a 4-6-3 inning-ending, rally-killing double play. Let's go. We go to the 6th inning. The bottom of the 6th, leading 5-3.
You think there's ever been a time in history where a girl's been talking and she thinks, hey, maybe I should shut the up. Maybe instead of saying this, I should shut the up.
Hit in the air. Yount makes a great catch, and Rodney Amos has thrown the first no-hitter in Milwaukee Brewer history. What else can happen to this team? Rodney Amos has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles on a great game-ending catch by Robin Yount.
Robin Yount was a productive hitter who excelled in the field at two of baseball's most challenging positions, shortstop and center field. Playing his entire 20-year career with the Milwaukee Brewers, he collected more hits in the 1980s than any other player and finished his career with an impressive total of 3,142. An everyday major leaguer at the age of 18, his 1982 MVP campaign carried the Brewers to their first ever World Series appearance. Yount was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1999.
The day we signed Nolan Ryan, it was like we became a major league team.
There's no better way to sell tickets in Texas than to say, buy a ticket and come and watch Nolan Ryan. He's a hero to many Texans.
I used to watch him when I was a little kid. This is a legend, and now he's coming to the Rangers. Being with a team that had very little notoriety at all, it was like Elvis had come aboard.
The fans just loved the fact that he was in his 40s and he was still pitching and competing with these, youngsters. That is what gave him that aura of being something special.
I didn't feel old. I'd sit in that clubhouse and I was older than the manager and older than the coaches and older than the general manager. Then some of my teammates, I was older than their parents. Then you start thinking, maybe you are old.
Got a new pitcher to introduce, Grassifo, the right-hander, Gigi. Going to work on Austin Riley. And he'll fire the first pitch, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Braves lead it 5-3. Bottom of the sixth. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, lifted high and deep into center field, drifting over, making the running catches. Ryan Church with the running grab going up against the wall. Good running catch out there by the center fielder, and there's one away. That's an out, but I'll tell you what, that's a good sign for Austin Riley. If he starts hitting the ball like that, more of those will drop. Mike Yastrzemski takes the first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to the Yaz. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Brings it. Swing. Pops it up. High into left field. That won't get very deep. Lazy fly ball. Underneath it is Nootbaar, and there's 2 down. Braves lead at 5-3. All 8 runs have come in the first inning. 3 by St. Louis on a solo shot. If you're just joining us, excuse me, not the solo shot. A 3-run shot by Jordan Walker to give them a 3-0 lead. And then in the bottom of the 5th, all hell broke loose. Dubon singled to center, scoring Baldwin. Is the curveball down and in? 1-0. With the bases loaded, moving Olsen and Ozzie over to second and third. And then with the bases loaded, Dominic Smith doubled a ball off the foot of the starting pitcher, Dustin May. The 1-0 pitch, chops it. Jarvis knocks it foul towards the dugout. It's 1-1. Later in the inning, after the Braves had grabbed a 4-3 lead, the Yaz hit a sac fly, scoring Dominic Smith. And it was 5-3, and that's where we stand. The 1-1 pitch. Punches the slider out and away, 1-2. Don't know why this is behind the umpire. We're going to try to straighten it back up again. Here we go. The 1-2 count. Brings it. Outside wide. And that'll even it up at 2-2. The 2-2 to Jarvis. GG brings it. Swing. Bangs it over to second. That's going to be a high hopper, but he'll stay with it and get JJ out by about a step. We'll head to the top of the 7th, leading by 2 here in Braves country.
Give me your money. I'll keep it safe for you. And that's how my mom was the first scammer that I ever met. My mama, she's been scamming that I know of since 94 at least.
So when we wanted to see the brain, we invented an MRI. When we wanted to see your bones, we invented an X-ray. When we wanted to see a fetus in the womb, we invented an ultrasound. So why the finger in my ass? Huh? Couldn't invent something for that? All these other cool tools? But when it comes to this, you're like, bite the pillow, little Johnny. Woo!
What's your secret to looking unbothered?
I stopped expecting life to be fair. Peace ever since.
How do you stay positive?
I don't. I stay realistic.
Any advice for life?
Don't talk too much.
How do you stay calm in bad situations?
Emotional damage from childhood. We are built for chaos.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Alive, hopefully.
In that first game, Nolan was struggling a bit. Bobby sent me out. I said, Nolan, how you doing? He said, Tom, I'm doing horse shit, but it's way better than what you got warming up in that bullpen. Get the hell off my mound. So I did. Bobby said, what did he say? I said, Bobby, you don't want to know.
I took a lot of pride in the fact that I was still able to compete on that level at that age.
That time was the perfect storm, so to say. We had the best of old school and everything that Nolan represented. and the best of the new school, which was technology and science.
We were filming Nolan with the little balls all over his body in a 3D environment to try to figure out the best way to throw, the best way to be conditioned.
And just pull the books. He was actually a better pitcher from age 39 to 46 than at any time in his career.
One of my favorite dangerous games to play, I'm just taking a whole list of things I should do tonight and convince myself I'm going to wake up early and do them in the morning instead.
Tyler Kinley will go back on the hill here to start the top of the 7th inning. Braves lead at 5-3. You don't see anybody warming up in the pen, so looks like the 7th inning is his unless there's trouble. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch is a four-seamer right down Main Street to Mason Wynn. It's 0-1. Mason Wynn, 2 for 2 on the day, and he's got good speed, so you want to keep him off the hill, off the bases, excuse me. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Chases the slider down and away, and knocks it towards the first base dugout. It's 0-2. Mason Wynn from Katy, Texas, 5'9", 185-pounder, 24-year-old. Drafted by the Cardinals, second round, 54th overall out of Kingwood, Texas High School. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifted. High into left center field, coming in. That ball's going to get eyes, and it's going to fall down for a base hit. A seeing eye single, kind of a blooper, but it'll look like a hard base knock in the scorecard tomorrow. As he's now 3 for 3. Good to see you, Chop Shop. I was wondering about you the other day. Didn't know if you'd gone on an excursion to celebrate the 250. Righty, lefty, first pitch swing and blasted. And Tyler Kinley has just given up a 2-run shot, and the game is tied 5-5. Tyler Kinley gives up a smackaroo, and his ERA will go north to 3.52. And still nobody out here in the 7th inning. That was just a hanger. First pitch to Blaze Jordan is a four-seam fastball inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider over the top, 1-1. So he'll cost Hurston Waldrop a win. Now the Braves got to fight back in here. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two count. In the dirt, 2-2. Started off the season hot, and it had a 1.38 ERA in the month of April. Then he got clobbered in May, ringing up a 5.4 ERA in 13 innings. As the 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. Here in the month of June that we just left, much better. 4 innings, though, is a small sample size, and gave up 1 run as the payoff pitch inside, ball 4, and the idea that you can't have the bullpen working while he's on the mound's a little absurd. Now Dylan Lee's up. But he's one of these guys, I mean, we're just going to have to deal with it all year long. For whatever reason, Walt Weiss has blind faith in him. He's talked about it in many of interviews. He lops him in with the other 3 in our bullpen. The big stoppers. We're talking about Dylan Lee, who looks like he's about to come into the ball game Suarez and Iglesias. There's not a shot in hell I would put Tyler Kinley in the same breath as those three guys. He's solid, but he's more of a Colin McHugh than he is a Dylan Lee. We'll be back in a flash. 5-5 your score here in Braves country. Dylan Lee coming on for the Atlanta Braves. The left-hander will face Furman, who's pinch hitting for Crooks. So it'll be a lefty-righty matchup. And Dylan Lee comes set with a runner at first and still nobody out. First pitch on the way is upstairs. Change up first strike. It's 0-1. Tyler Kinley just gave up a 2-run home run and a base hit after that. Put this game at 5-5 if he stepped away. The 0-1. Time called. Furman. Alan Porter, home plate umpire, calling the time. Prior to that, all the scoring was in the first inning. 3 runs by St. Louis, 5 runs by Atlanta. It was 5-3 until moments ago. 2-run shot given up by Tyler Kinley. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 4-seam fastball. It's 0-2. Kinley still responsible the man on first. The 0-2. Swing, pops it up. It'll stay in play. Drake Baldwin gives chase back behind the plate, but it's going to bend into the seats, and there's an 0-2 count once again. The thing I'll say about that, though, that I will defend Kinley on, I don't know why you bring him back out for that second inning of work. I mean, he worked 2 outs, and I know it wasn't a high pitch count, but he's not used to going out there for multiple innings. And he just looked flat as hell when he came out there for the second inning of work. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rips it through the infield, and that's going to be a single. And runners at first and second, and nobody out. Waldrop had a good outing, but that can be put to rest. 5 innings in a third, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He is no longer in line for the win. Kinley would be in line for the loss if a run scores here. And Torres is going to come run for Furman. So it's Furman, or not Furman. For Jordan. First pitch from Dylan Lee is a slider, misses. It's 1-0. So it's Furman at first and Torres at second. Still nobody out and 2 across. J.J. Weatherholt. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 shows bunt, punches a bunt down the third base line, but towards the dugout. It's a little straighter. Austin Riley would have had a chance to make that catch. They're trying to bunt him over to get him into scoring position. Standing on deck is Herrera. Burleson in the hole. The 1-1 showing bunt again. And chops it foul. It's 1-2. So now we'll see what they decide to do. Most likely he'll be swinging away. Looks like Portugal has advanced, beating Croatia 2-1. 1-2 count. Swing, hard chopper down the third base line. Just past the dugout into the camera well. The 1-2. Brings it, swing, hard hit ball once again, straight into that camera well again, four-seam fastball. Do it again, 1-2. That same cameraman, man, he's taking a beating over there. He's out in front in both of them. The first one was a slider, the second one was a fastball. 1-2 count. Swing, blasted. Deep down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And it is into the upper deck, but just foul. Took a right turn at Albuquerque. And we'll do it again. 3-run home runs have been the name of the game with these Cardinals. You got one in the first game of this series that cost the Braves the game. There was one in the first inning. It gave them a 3-run lead. The 1-2 pitch, swing, laces it towards center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. The Cardinals are going to take a 1-run lead, and runners at the corners, and nobody out. Not a hard hit ball, but hit it over the infield and kind of sprayed it out there in front of Michael Harris. They were playing Weatherholt deep, so they had no chance of catching that ball. They were darn near on the warning track. Weatherholt's not that big of a power hitter. It's a little kind of questionable that they were playing him that deep. But anyways, runners on the corners, nobody out, and Herrera the batter. We've seen him tag one in this series. Open stance from the right side. The first pitch, four-seamer upstairs. It's 0-1. That run will be given to Tyler Kenley, so that closes the books on him. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs. Raises his ERA to 3.82. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Going downs on that slider. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. In the dirt. Blocked by Drake as it dribbles away. Runners stay put. One, 2 count. Nowhere near the zone. Pitch out territory. 2-2. Still in the top of the 7th inning. The 2-2 to Herrera. Dylan Lee trying to get out of the jam. The pitch, swing. Pops it back, foul. Out of play. Two count. Dylan Lee comes set. In the dirt. Full count. Dylan Lee has not had it tonight. He's coming out. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn right now. You got a full count. Runners on the corners and nobody out. The Braves trail by 1. Led by 2 going into the 7th. They have yet to record 1 out through 2 pitchers. Lee looking over to first. The payoff pitch, swing, and drops it into left center field. It's down for a base hit. They'll take a 7-5 lead, and the runners are still on the corners, so nothing has changed but the scoreboard. There's still nobody out. Seven to 5 St. Louis. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And it doesn't look like they've got an answer. Hefner's going out there to buy time. I guess they've got somebody warming up in the pen, but they have not flashed in there yet. Should have a fairly rested bullpen. They're skipping Bryce Elder's start, by the way, if you didn't see that. They're skipping his start. So it will be Grant Holmes tomorrow. They're doing that because he's getting slapped around and his velocity has been down quite a bit. So I guess the idea is he'll make one more start before the All-Star break. Lefty-lefty matchup. Burleson takes the first pitch. Slider well off the plate, nowhere near the zone. It's 1-0. But you got guys you could go out there and try to put this fire out with. You've got Hamilton. If you don't want to get the back of the bullpen, you got Karinchak. The 1-0. Chops it to second. And Ozzy's got the runner caught in between home and third. And they're going to be able to just tag somebody out here as they both reach third base. So they're going to say that Weatherholt is safe and Herrera is out. They both were standing at third, but Herrera touched the base and then Weatherholt returned. So they'll still have runners on the corners, I believe. No, excuse me, the batter made it all the way up to second base, so it didn't gain a whole lot out of that. But you did record the first out. But now you no longer have the double play in order. Jordan Walker's coming to the plate. And I think that's curtains for Lee, who he just didn't have it tonight. Normally he's pretty good, just didn't have it tonight. Hamilton is going to come in to face Jordan Walker. Newt Barr standing on deck. We'll be back in a flash. Ian Hamilton coming in. 3 innings so far. He's given up 3 runs in those 3 innings this year. And a 9.0 ERA. Thank you, 22. First pitch on the way to Jordan Walker is smoked into the outfield. And it's going to be a RBI single for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh my God, I don't care.
And it's 8-5. And thank you, Iron Lung.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Super cop, super gobble, super gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Super gobble, one of us. Super gobble, one of us. Super gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care.
Righty-lefty matchup. Newt Bard, the batter. Takes the first pitch slider at the knees. It's 0-1. Double play can get you out of this mess. The Cardinals have put 5 on the board here in the 7th. Is the 0-1 right there, first strike? It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Infield. Playing about halfway in because they're hoping for that double play ball. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rips it into right field, and that's through for a base hit. That's going to be a long single. Make that a double as they're going to second. And Newt Bard is going to beat out Yaz's throw, and it's 9-5 Redbirds. And the Braves trail by 4. It was a little odd to me to bring in Hamilton if you thought you still had a chance at this game in the spot that they did, because the first pitch is upstairs, 4-seam fastball for a strike, it's 0-1. If you're going to believe in Dylan Lee when you bring him in, I would have walked Walker, set up the double play ball, and have Lee face Newt Bard. Because with his slider, he could get you out with the double play, and it would still be 7-5. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 4-seamer, it's 0-2. Runners at second and third, and 1 out in the infield drawn in. The 0-2. Hamilton. 7th pitch of the outing. Rifles the 4-seamer foul over the first base dugout. We'll do it again. And I got his 5 runs, 22. You're the one that coughed up 9. You got to get your bullpen together, man. The 0-2 pitch. Swing. Punches it towards Olsen. Olsen comes home, and they're going to say he's safe. How in the world did Drake Baldwin miss that tag? They're saying it's 10. He's safe and it'll be 10-5. Weiss wants to challenge it. The throw definitely beat him. I don't know how he missed that tag. The ball was right there. Olsen looks confused as well. I haven't seen them flash in on Baldwin. I mean, I don't know how in the world he missed that tag. It is Alan Porter, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. It looked like he hit his hand before he hit the plate. But just barely. watching the replay here. I don't know. That's really close, but it is worth the challenge if you're Walt Weiss regardless. I just don't know how Drake didn't have that blocked off better. He had all the time in the world, and the throw was right there. It's going to be shocking if they overturn it, because they typically don't overturn these when it's that close. They typically give the nod to the umpire. So 10-5 your score unless it's overturned. If it's overturned, it'll be 9-5 with 2 outs. Right now it's 10-5 with 1 out. And runners at the corners again. They put 7 runs on the board if this place stands. Unbelievable. And so it looks like the call is going to stand. So 10-5 your score. As soon as y'all started talking about extra innings, the whole thing fell apart. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Church, the batter. We're going to need some Church here. First pitch is a 4-seamer at the knees, 95 miles an hour. It's 0-1. So if this score holds and the Braves can't come back, we'll still be 2.5 in front of Philadelphia, but you would have really liked to have taken the advantage. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to short. Jarvis has it, and he'll fire it to first. It'll be a 6-3 double play, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves spit the bit, cough up 7 runs. The bullpen, led by Tyler Kinley and then Dylan Lee. We'll be back in a flash. 1 run was given up by Hamilton. Braves, Cardinals, 10-5.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only 1 beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Have dinner, ready? Put my pants on, 1 leg at a time. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord. You guys understand it. We're on a mission from God. I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, 1 for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin will be a dribbler to short, and it'll be a 6-3 putout, 1 away. Left-hander Romero coming in. I hit the wrong button, and by the time I realized it was already about 30 seconds in. So we'll do the stretch next. Heck, maybe it'll change our luck here. Braves trail 10-5. Drake Baldwin, man, he's hitting now 256 on the year. How the mighty have fallen. Ozzie Albies 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch is a sinker right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The offense was really carried by the middle to the bottom half of the order tonight. He scored 5 runs in the first inning. Nothing doing since. The 0-1. Sweeper grabs it. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. Outside wide. 1-2. It'll be Christian Scott versus Garrett for Grant Holmes tomorrow night. That's not going to be an easy one. They're projecting right now that Sale's going to pitch on Saturday. I'll take that against Minaya. As Ozzie chops that foul, 1-2. And then on Sunday, Perez versus McLean. They may shuffle that up. Let's see what happens. Raylo would be due to pitch on Monday versus Peralta. The 1-2 count. Swinging. I mean, good Lord. Strike 3. He just kind of waved at it. 2 down. So from the starting pitching angle, we do not have the advantage in that series. We've got the advantage with Sale on the 4th of July, but Minaya has pitched much better recently, so it's not a gimme. But you would think Sale would outpitch him, but Scott has been pretty good since coming back from the IL. As the first pitch misses outside wide to Olsen, it's 1-0. The 1-0. As we're getting an ABS challenge. Braves challenge the strike call. Not really sure why, but he wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
So 1-1 count.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 1-1 pitch, swing lifted into left field, but that's going to be very, very short of the wall, and the Braves go down in order. We go to the 8th inning. So it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Make it make sense. We'll be back in a flash.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right. 1, 2, 3. We out to the ball game. Hey, we out to the night. Find me something up.
Pedro Paez set to face Ian Hamilton here. The Braves trail 10-5. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging, bangs it high, but out of play. Down deep down the left field line. It's 0-1. 10-5 your score. Braves had a lead of 5-3 going into the 7th, and then all heck broke loose. 7 runs coughed up by the Braves bullpen. 3 by Kenley, 3 by Lee, and 1 by Hamilton. The 0-1. Upstairs, going to challenge that one. That looked like a strike. And it is. When Alan Poor's behind the plate, you got to stay on it because he consistently grades as one of the worst umpires in Major League Baseball. Time called by Paez. Furman on deck and then back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. The 0-2, inside high, 1-2. One-two count. Swing, pops it up behind the plate. It'll bend backwards. Do it again. The 1-2, swing, slices it towards the right field line, and that's going to be through for a base hit. Paez runs about as slow as you can and still be considered an athlete, so he'll stop at first. But it's a leadoff single for the Cardinals. Righty-righty matchup. Furman takes the pitch inside, but I guess it got a piece of his bat. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Sinker in the dirt, 1-1. One count. 10-5 your score. 13 hits for the Cardinals on the 10 runs. 7 hits for the Braves on the 5 runs. The 1-1 inside. 2-1. On deck is J.J. Weatherholt. Herrera is in the hole. Hamilton is dripping with sweat. They just did a close-up to him as the 2-1 inside, 3-1. He is not built for this. Ian Hamilton. So where did he grow up at? Dover, New Hampshire. Yeah, he's not built for this. The 3-1 pitch. Rifled foul towards the third base dugout. Full count. And he's played with the White Sox, Twins, and Yankees in his major league career. This is his first indoctrination into the Southern heat, and he looks like he's ready for an ice bath immediately. The payoff pitch from Hamilton. Swing, rolls it on the ground. It's going to be a 6, 4, 3. Tempted a double play, but Furman will beat it out, and there's one away. Kind of a slow developer there. Roller on the ground. Weiss wants to see if he wants to look at it. I don't think he was paying attention because, there's no way that was when you wanted to challenge. He was well past the bag by the time Olsen made that catch. He was doing his best impression of Brian Snicker there. He was already trying to think of what he was going to say post-game. We'll see what had happened was righty-lefty here. Weatherholt, the batter. First pitch is a sinker outside wide. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, rifles it foul. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail by 5. Doubleheader, double play gets you out of this. Doubleheaders tomorrow. The Cards and Cubs and Braves and Mets. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rips it over to first, and it goes through the wicket in between Olsen's legs, and that should be an E3 on your scorecard. Runners on the corners and 1 out. See how they score it. They do give Olsen an error, rightfully so. Second error he's had in the last week or so. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Herrera, the batter. Open stance from the right side. First pitch is upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Tampa Bay still leads the Royals 5-2. Bottom of the 8th. They're in the bottom of the 5th, and the Rangers 5-3 over the Tigers. Well, the Mariners and Angels just getting going 0-0 in the first. The 0-1 right there for a strike. It's 0-2. Padres and Dodgers start in about 20 minutes. Earlier today, the Pirates beat the Phillies. Reds beat the Miz and the Brewers. The 0-2 pitch, swing, chopper to short, 6-4-3, inning-ending double play. Let's try the 8-ball one more time. Maybe it'll give us some good luck. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves Country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
Salad. They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks.
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God. I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. Michael Harris II, the batter. He'll swing at the first thing he sees and bang it into the ground. Foul back behind him. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Am I going to do the Dodgers game tonight? I don't even want to see baseball after this game. The 0-1 pitch, swing, smacks it through the hole, and it's going to be out there to left field, and it's a leadoff single for Michael Harris and your Atlanta Braves. Just like that, Marmole's out there to overmanage. He's going to go get the right-hander for 5-run lead. Maybe we can get to Soriano. I'll take anything at this point. We'll be back in a flash. You bring a new reliever in, you're not guaranteed he's going to have it. We saw Lee do that very same thing just a couple innings ago. Welcome back. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Sweeper, swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. Soriano, the right-hander on. Harris at first. Nobody out. The 0-2 pitch down and away. Sweeper misses 1-2. Standing on deck is Dominic Smith and then Austin Riley. Braves looking for some eighth inning magic. Maybe make this game just a little closer. Give them a chance in the ninth. The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Four-seam fastball missing the zone. The 2-2. Sweeper down and away. Full count. Time is called by Dubon as he steps out of the plate. Braves trail by 5. Runner at first, nobody out. payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Smith coming to the plate, and now tying run is in the hole. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch, swing and a miss, chased a bad one. Four-seamer, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Soriano comes set. Brings it. Change up in the dirt, 1-1. Riley on deck. Yaz in the hole, representing the tying run. The 1-1 pitch, outside wide. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss over that slider, 2-2. He's not picking that pitch up very well. I'm a little surprised he's throwing him anything but that. On deck is Riley. Wonder how he'll pick up that slider as Dominic Smith steps out of the box, using his timeout. The 2-2 from Soriano. Down below the knees, and it's a full count. So if he walks him here, you'd have the tying run on deck. The Cardinals are challenging that? Okie dokie. That pitch was nowhere near the zone. We'll take that. 3 inches, 2.7 inches they're calling it. I think that was just a prayer. The payoff pitch. Swing lifted. High into right field, but not nearly deep enough. That'll be a lazy fly ball. The throw will come back into the infield, and Harris will put on the brakes. No sense of getting thrown out at third, down by 5. And there's one down. Two on and one out, and Austin Riley, the batter. Yastrzemski in the hole, Jarvis. They can keep the line moving. First pitch is inside, four-seamer misses, it's 1-0. Remember, they DFA'd Rowdy Tellez today, so he is not on the roster, the addition of Jarvis. So what you have on the Braves bench right now is the 1-0 pitch. Check swing right there, first strikes. Grab the outer part of the zone, 1-1. On the bench right now, you got the catcher. All these guys bat from the right side of the plate. But you got the catcher, Bart, Kim, Mateo, and then you've got Eli White, the 1-1 pitch swing. Chops it over to third, and Austin Riley is going to bang into a 5-0. Oh, wide throw. Really wide throw, and that'll keep the inning alive. So they'll get the G5 over there, but Furman throws a ball nowhere near first base, and the Braves inning is still going. So first and second with the Yaz coming to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch swinging. Over the slider, it's 0-1. Tying run in the hole.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
1 pitch, swing. Slow grounder over to short, and that'll end it. 6-3 on the putout. Braves got a couple on, but then did nothing after that. We go to the 9th inning, trailing by 5 here in Braves country.
One person struggles, and we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know, I just don't see the point anymore.
Want to talk about our opponent?
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
They're bigger, faster, stronger, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are. When you take that field, you've got to lay that heart on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got, lay it on the line, and if you do that, you cannot lose. We cannot be defeated. How you play today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered.
Hey! What's this lying around? Well, what are we supposed to do, you moron?
What? Over? Did you say over? Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you. We might get in trouble. Well, just kick my from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this!
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes and grab glory.
Nothing is over until we decide it is! Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! It ain't over now! Because when the going gets tough, the toughs get going! Who's with me?
Could fight him with conventional weapons. That could take years. I think we have to go all out.
Want to talk about our opponent?
He's a dead man!
This situation absolutely requires
our opponent.
Dead!
A really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part.
Our opponent.
Dead!
We're just the guys to do it.
Let's go!
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Excuse me. Gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
And this crowd's back into it now.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
Welcome back. 10-5 your score, top of the 9th inning. Karinchak, the pitcher on the bump. First pitch is a 4-seamer outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. These are the times where you wish you had Cool Hand Luke still on the roster. It's 1-0 right there for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail 10-5, top of the 9th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. 1-2. The 1-2, 4-seamer, misses wide. 2-2. Uncle Jesse, man. Colin McHugh, any of those inning users. The 2-2 pops it back out of play. I think they still have that rule in play where you can't bring a guy in to throw as a regular everyday player until I think it's an 8-run deficit is what it is. Maybe it's 8 in the 8th and 7 in the 9th. The 2-2 swing blasted. Might as well have had Luke Waddell throwing that pitch. That ball's heading to the chop shop. 11-5. A solo shot by Alec Burleson. .395 feet. And the Cardinals lead it by 6. Wow. That ball was a tower. I thought it was longer than 395, to be honest with you. I'm a little surprised that's all it was. Curveball to Jordan Walker right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Pop up. High into right field, but not very deep. Underneath it is the Yaz. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. You're looking for some kind of a silver lining in this. If they are going to make a run, the top of the order's due up in the next inning, but you have to really be looking for it. Four-seam fastball, check swing over the dugout. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right-hander warming up in the pen for the Cardinals. Kicks and fires, swings, slaps it into center field, down for a base hit, and it's a one-out single for St. Louis. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, if they would make even a minor trade before the All-Star break, I think it would pump some life into the dugout as the 1-0 upstairs. Pitch misses high. It's a bad sign that they were talking about having Grant Holmes going to the bullpen, and all of a sudden he's starting because Bryce Elder is essentially dealing with dead arm. He lost velocity. He's gotten banged around his last couple outings. And I guess for whatever reason they don't want to put him on the IL. So instead of putting him on the IL, they're going to just skip a turn in the starts. Karinchak flips it over to first to keep the runner close by. A 2-0 count, 1 on, 1 out. Oh, there's a lot of starting pitchers available. It's just whether or not you can pull off a trade before. I don't think a starting pitch. Those are usually very rare before the All-Star break. Is the 2-0 outside wide, 3-0. What's more likely to happen? If you remember in 2021 when they caught hot, one of the reasons was because of the injection of life that Jock Peterson gave the Braves after the injury to Acuna. Well, that trade took place about 10 days before the All-Star break. Pitch down and away. Misses for a ball, and how to put runners on first and second with 1 out. But when you come out of the All-Star break, let's see exactly how many days it'll be. When you come out of the All-Star break, you've got just over 2 weeks, about 17 days before the trade deadline. Curveball is right there for a strike to left-handed bat of Church. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Nathan Church digging in. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Knocks it foul, 1-2. But tonight the offense hasn't been the issue. I mean, you put 5 runs on, you expect to be at least in it at the end. Tonight it was one of the rare times the bullpen just let us down. Typically the bullpen has been one of the strong points, not just of our team. It's been one of the best bullpens in all of baseball. But Tyler Kinley got the ball rolling with just a terrible outing, and then Dylan Lee came in, inheriting runners on the corners and nobody out. That's a really tough spot to bring a guy in, especially after you've already coughed up some runs. And the rest, I mean, at that point, he probably should have just went ahead and brought Karinchak in. The 1-2 count, swing, rifles it foul, out of play. Tonight was just a bad outing by the bullpen, but typically the bullpen's been lights out. It was a good start, all in all, by Waldrop. He goes 5 in a third, give up 3. but the bullpen just fell apart. You kind of have to scrap this one and throw it in the trash and start anew tomorrow. The 1-2, outside wide 2-2. It's just disappointing because we've been struggling. We finally turned the corner last night and put the 5 runs on in the first inning, and you think, okay, we're heading somewhere, and then the bullpen just gave it up. The 2-2 swing, chopper down the first base line, and we'll do it again. They've got good starting pitching coming in to Atlanta on a 4-game series, but they're still the Mets, and their bullpen has been shaky at best. They've had a hard time putting runs on. You would think the Braves could win this series this weekend and maybe give you some momentum heading to Pittsburgh. The 2-2, outside wide. Full count with runners at first and second and 1 out. A little bit of a delay for some reason. The payoff pitch. Swing, chopper over to first. This time Olsen will grab it and give it to Karinchak, who will step on the bag, and there's 2 down. And then also remember the untimely error by Matt Olsen. That didn't help things when you're trying to get out of that jam. Two on, 2 out, top of the 9th. It was a bad outing by the Braves from the 7th inning on tonight. And that's all you can say about it. First pitch swinging here by Paez. He'll pop it up in foul territory. Austin Riley giving everybody, calling him off, and that'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th, needing 6 to tie, 7 to walk it off here in Braves country.
I'm telling you, I feel like an old man.
Who granddaddy you is? Look at this. Then he got his hands the same.
It ain't comfortable.
It is comfortable. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't no way that comfortable. No, try it. Try it. Bro. I'm telling you. Yeah!
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I really don't know the last time I sat and watched a full basketball game. Basketball has become so all about scoring the 3-pointer and shooting the threes or whatever. Like, every team runs the same offense. Drive and kick. Like, basketball has honestly become very boring. I'm a basketball player. I played basketball my whole entire life. Now, I'm 32 years old. You know, I play like here and there and whatnot. Might join a little rec league every now and then. Playing will always be fun. Watching the NBA has gotten boring, repetitive.
Was that a cough?
It's a little tickle in my
No, that was a cough.
No, it's not.
You need to go home.
I'm not contagious.
No.
It's chronic bronchitis.
Stop!
Hands in, the bat out, and bang.
Does he ever unload when he swings that bat?
Offensively as well as defensively.
That's going to be great catch by his
He did what I've never watched any player do, no matter who he was.
The guardian of the Green Monster was toying with a triple crown, and he wasn't the only one having a fine year.
You cannot hit this fellow one way.
Even though Yaz was in the midst of this historic season, Tony C was having a nice, solid Tony C year.
high fly ball to left field. Into the netting for a home run.
20 home runs and 67 runs batted in on the evening of August 18th, 1967.
Welcome back. Jim Jarvis leads us off. First pitch is a 96-mile-an-hour sinker on the outer edge. It's 1-0. 1-0. Only reason why I'm asking is I figure he's the only one that would know this answer, but 1-0 inside cutter misses 2-0. I might have to Google this when I get done. Braves trail 11-5. Jim Jarvis, He's 1 for 3 on the day, coming up, getting called up. The 2-0, top of the zone, 2-1. Hit the wrong button on the back monitor here in the studio, so I have no idea what channel this is on. Is the 2-1 sinker right there, 2-2, and it, whatever button I hit, it took me to some kind of Canadian football league. I'm just curious if this is live, or is this just like a rerun from last season? The 2-2 sweeper chops it. We'll do it again. I know they tend to play late summer, but I didn't know if they started this early. 2-2 count. Phillies have already lost YouTube. The 2-2 outside wide, full count. Phillies lost 6-1. The payoff pitch. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Thank you, Scarlett. Payoff pitch, swing, bangs it down the first base line. We'll do it again. Nothing else. And look, I know it's because he's new. It's a rookie. But he's putting on a competitive at bat right now, down by 6th in the 9th inning. He did the smart thing a second ago. I meant to mention it, but I glanced over the chat. But is the payoff pitch, caught looking, strike 3. You would like to see him swing the bat there. One away. But he had a 2-1 count. And he was trying to work his way aboard, so he was forcing them to throw that second strike. Drake Baldwin, 1 for 3. He did score a run. You'd hope he starts hitting the ball better. First pitch down and in, sweeper. Did he go around? They said he did not. It's 1-0. It's the little victories we could get tonight if we get some of these base hits from some of these guys, start waking their bats up, especially Drake Baldwin. You'd love to see him get a 2-hit night. The 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail 11-5. The 1-1 pitch. Sweeper in the dirt, ball 2-1. Well, the production team at Braves Vision has mailed it in. Between one of the pitches, they flashed the camera to the post-game show. Those guys were not expecting a camera on them. Because the 2-1s banged it down the line, foul, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Where has she been? Is she okay, Iron Long? The 2-2 inside, caught looking, strike 3. Man, you like to see Drake. Her and Greggles have been missing. I haven't heard anyone say if they're just on vacation or whatever. Of course, it did start about the time we started sucking. Righty-lefty matchup. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch. Takes the cutter right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing pop-up. Down the right field line. Foul territory and giving chase. Did he make the catch? Did he hold on? The two of them collided. Looks like he did. Burleson holds on as Weatherholt was sliding into the back of him, and that'll end the inning. Mercifully, that'll end the game. Braves lose a tough one.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked.
What do they do to us?
Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
Man, it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Braves lose 11 runs, 15 hits. No errors for St. Louis. 5 runs, 8 hits. And an error by Matt Olson and your Atlanta Braves. So no game ball to give away, but we do have a couple of MVPs. They tied tonight for the MVP. First one is Rich22. Appreciate the tenor. And Iron Lung. Also shout out to Scarlet chipping in. We'll just have to throw this one out and go back to the drawing board. We got a 4-game series with the New York Mets starting tomorrow. We've got a double header tomorrow to start off your 4th of July weekend. Cubs and Cardinals at 2 p.m. And the Cardinals are going to be dragging butts into Chicago tonight. And Braves and Mets, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We will see you then. Y'all have a good one, Braves country. Tough one. Ugh. That game was terrible. We'll see you tomorrow. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.